art room for the very first time to answer one of my most frequently asked questions, which is about inspiration. So I thought a while about this question because I did not have an answer, and I often do not have an answer when people ask me face to face, and I wanted one. So everything I came up with was both simple and vague, simply because I think inspiration is something that I don't really actively seek out so much as something I receive kind of indirectly. That said, finding inspiration to me is about listening and observation. So my only true tip that could come out of all of this thinking was to look at the world, to look at your life, nature, your friends, your inner world, and then let curiosity guide you from there. In a lot of ways, I think inspiration comes from being in a state where we're curious and looking to explore, or willing in one way or another to see things differently. My great uncle used to say, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth because you should be listening twice as often as you speak. I think the same is true for creating of any kind. It's that for every act of creation, there should be double the amount of reception. That's my trick, at least. I think this might seem like a bullshit answer, so I'll give you a practical sense of what I mean. If I were to go out today and go for a walk and I saw a bird on a line, I might ask myself what the bird is doing, if I can see myself in this world, if its world has given me any sense of my own experience, or I can be with my friends. I can sit and I can reflect on how I'm feeling. I can know within my surroundings that I feel joyful and welcome, and I can look to the colors, the objects, the emotions that are present to understand where that feeling is kind of being supported. So that's part of it, this moment of reception, observation, and then of course this kind of brief analysis of what is there, what I'm experiencing. If we go back to the bird on the line, we can now say, is this bird feeling normative or lonely? Maybe there's 2 and they seem like they're in love, or whatever. What can I see in the world that isn't immediately there? What can I take from this that isn't already presented so literally? I think a lot of this involves being in tune with the vibes and sensations of what you're encountering first, and also the vibes and sensations of what you're feeling and what experiences you're bringing to what you're encountering. The other thing I really want to say is that I think inspiration is sparked when we remove ourselves from any form of comparison. We can then look to other creators, we can see what they've made, we can decide if we like something, and we can ask ourselves what it is we like about it. We can say, is it the message, the symbolism, the colors, the sound? Is it something that is being presented well? And really use that to spark inspiration. Everything in one way or another is another chance to better know yourself. It's a way of better translating the world into something that makes sense through your lens. It's more important than you might think to be analytical in the path of inspiration, because all things have something greater to tell you. It is equally as important to recognize the value of other creations. Knowing A good creation doesn't take anything away from what you might create, and B, it's pretty cool that we can look at other people's creations. It's something fantastic that humans have the capacity to do, and it would be a shame if we didn't use that opportunity to create something else. So if you're looking for inspiration, it's safe to say that it's already around you. You might just have to listen a little closer, take your time, and loosen any of that pressure you may feel about finding the next inspiration. It'll come when you allow it to come in its own time. I also want to say that this is my process. My form of inspiration. I am a very symbolic person. I use quite literal symbols. I have a symbol dictionary, believe it or not, and I use that as a tool for depicting things that I think make sense for whatever message or emotion I'm trying to convey. But art doesn't have to have meaning. Most things don't have to have meaning. Still, I think if it's something random or meaningless, it's still in some way a reflection of something else. So just maintain that observation, take the world in, even if nothing comes out of it in terms of art or music or writing, you will at least have a really good time being present and enjoying the world as it is. That's it.